Hey guys, this is Pokemaniac101 and welcome to a video talking about some of my predictions and stuff for Minecraft Live, specifically when it comes to the biome vote. So, as you may have seen this morning, if not, I will be showing that clip, but they announced that they're doing another biome vote this year. So, this actually comes out exactly a year after last year's biome chooser announcement. And there are some differences. There are some similarities. One difference I really liked was the little insert emerald little message, kind of like an old like arcade game because it kind of fits with the art style that they were doing. But anyway, so yeah, they're doing the biome vote again this year, and this time it's between the swamp, the mountains, and the Badlands. So last year they released a similar video talking about the biomes, the desert, taiga, and savanna biomes, and then they'd say like in the week leading up to Minecon Earth, they'd be releasing videos talking about which would be in each biome if it won the vote, and technically they are still planning on adding those other biomes, just we don't know exactly yet when in the future. But the desert included palm trees, meerkats, and oasis, and should be coming sometime in the future. The taiga, which is the one that ended up winning, included berries, campfires, and currently still not in bedrock yet, foxes, except is hopefully going to come out by the end of this month. They've kind of semi-confirmed that 1.13 is going to be coming out if it comes out on time. And then the savanna, which includes baobabs. I think that's what the baobab trees, termites, and ostriches. So this video is mainly to explain kind of my thoughts on what could be added this year, as well as kind of guessing when we actually figure out what could be added this year. So the Biome Chooser announcement actually came out the Monday before Minecon, which meant that there was still 2 weeks before. Today is Tuesday, so it's kind of the same thing except just a day off. But they did announce it a week before they started telling what was in the biome. So a week later, the Monday before Minecon, that they announced that the desert would have the palm trees, meerkats, and oasis. The next Tuesday and Wednesday, they did taiga and savanna, respectively. So that's when I'm kind of guessing that that's when the announcements are going to come out next week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to kind of fit with a week after the announcement, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to give them like 2 or 3 days before Minecon to see, let people think it out in their minds. So the point of this video is to kind of give my thoughts on what could be added in each update. So I'm just going to kind of go through the biomes one by one and kind of explain my thoughts and what could possibly be added in the future. Alright, so right now I'm standing in the first biome, the mountains, and so far I'm not sure exactly what they could do with it. Obviously everyone's a little bit skeptical because we don't exactly know for sure what's going to go on, but the way they kind of did it last year is they added like an animal. So they added meerkats for the desert, foxes for the taiga, and ostriches for the savanna. They also include termites in there, but I'm gonna kind of consider it into its own separate list thing because they did announce termite hills as well. So yeah, there's an animal. There was some sort of plant. There was the palm trees, baobab trees, and berries. So like a resource, whether it's like wood or an extra source of food, and then like kind of another like little useful thing. So the campfires, cook your food in a separate way, and also like a fun little source of decoration and light. The oasis, which is kind of a cool like land thing, probably which would have included something else. And then also the termite hills, which might have come with like something else. I'm not sure, but like I said, it's gonna come sometime in the future, so we might see that a little bit more clearly soon, maybe. But anyway, back to the mountains. So for the animal, I think probably the best choice for some sort of animal would be like a deer or something like that, because I know it doesn't. That's a deer is probably not the first thing that pops in your mind when you think mountain. You probably think like Yeti or something. But personally, I think the deer would be a pretty good choice. I've been in the mountains a fair amount of times with my dad, and it is actually looks a lot like this mountain right here with all the taiga or not taiga spruce trees, a bunch of trees around and snow, and you don't actually see a lot of mountains or a lot of animals in the mountains, but the most commonly is like deer. Whoa, oh yeah, I just lagged a little bit. The most common is like deers or bears, and they already have like they already added bears in the last update. They add bears in 1.10, so I think deers would be like the most likely choice for the mountain. So for the plants, I would have actually guessed berries had it not actually been added in the taiga biomes yet. So I kind of stuck on a plant, maybe like a new tree or something. As for the third little thing, I'm not exactly sure what. I think the best option would be like some sort of animal's cave or den or something. And I know, I know that Mojang's actually promised a cave update sometime in the future, so they could have like a little mini cave update just for the mountains. But anyway, jokes aside, I think a animal den or cave or something would be a good choice for the mountains. But we will just have to wait and see until next Monday, Tuesday, sometime next week, sometime early next week. So anyway, on to the next biome. All right, so as for the swamp, I think the swamps are actually pretty barren. Well, especially this one. There's like way too much water and way too little trees in this swamp right here. But anyway, so far swamps in Minecraft have really only been good for slimes and witch huts. I mean, obviously you can get vines from here as well instead of having to find a jungle, which is much rarer than a swamp. But other than those few things, swamps aren't really good places to choose to build a house in. So I think adding some sort of new plant would definitely help with the swamp kind of usefulness and or like kind of look. Obviously, swamps are not going to be not going to look that good. Eventually, they are supposed to be like swamps, but I'm not exactly sure what kind of plant they would add. Maybe like a new type of seaweed or something like that. Or cat lilies, or not cat lilies. Cattails. Those would actually be like really good. So cattails I think would be like my choice for a new swamp plant. As for the animal, I think a frog or something would be like the best and most obvious choice. Frog legs are pretty good in real life. If you've never had any, try them. Unless you are an herbivore or something like that, or just don't like eating slimy frogs or something like that. My mom's like that. She's fine eating meat, just not frogs. So frogs or fish or something like that. But anyway, if you wouldn't mind eating frog legs, I'd suggest you have some sort of frog leg in the future. So yeah, that would be the animal I would choose. And then the third object, I think maybe like a nest or something, because there are already chickens. There are already chickens in Minecraft, and maybe they could add a duck or something. But I think a chicken nest or something would be pretty cool. Because they already do have chickens in the game, so it just kind of makes sense to add to them. So yeah, I think that might be my closest choice. I'm not exactly sure. They kind of gave us a lot of options for these biomes, but also like none at the same time. So they kind of just have to like choose the right things to add into each of these biomes. I'm not exactly sure. We'll just have to wait and see. These are just my speculations. But anyway, so yeah, frogs I think would be the best choice for animal. Cat tails, not cat lilies. Why I keep saying lilies? It's probably because these lily pads are around here. Get out of here. You're confusing me. Yeah. All right. So yeah, frogs, cattails, and then like a nest. But anyway, just let's get on to the next biome. And the third biome is the Badlands. So, personally, without any other knowledge of what's being added, I'd personally go for the Badlands, mainly because I've always thought it's a really good, really amazing biome, and they could do a lot of stuff with this. And it's actually kind of ironic because the day this announcement came out was the day after I started playing the 7th episode of Minecraft Story Mode, which takes place in a really cool mesa Badlands biome. So yeah, there is that. But anyway, as for the animal, I think a scorpion or a snake or something would be really cool and the most worthwhile, I'm not sure if worthwhile, but most obvious choice would be some sort of poisonous reptile. Maybe iguanas? Iguanas might be um, a good choice. And then for the plants, I think I think tumbleweeds would I think tumbleweeds could work in Minecraft. I'm not sure. I know in each update they're always trying to figure out like some sort of new mechanic or something, like not just adding new blocks, but adding like a new gameplay and new way to like kind of extend the possibilities of Minecraft. And I think tumbleweeds, making them like blow in the wind or something would be pretty cool. And adding like wind in general might be a cool idea. That would also add to banners and stuff. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but I think tumbleweeds or something to that extent could be a good choice for a plant. And for the third thing, I'm thinking like maybe rocks of some sort, like 3D rocks, kind of. Let me see. I know a lot of people make rocks using buttons, which works pretty well. But I think having like an official sort of, where are the buttons? Here they are. I think having like some sort of official sort of like rock type thing would look pretty cool in these biomes. And then maybe if not rocks, like a lasso or something, like a lead, but you don't have to be right next to the animal to use it, because I think that would work. I think that could make that work in Minecraft, kind of like fishing rods. You can use fishing rods sometimes to kind of wrangle animals that aren't close to you. So yeah, I think lassos or like some new sort of like rock or arrow or an arrowhead or some sorts, that would be cool. To make like a new type of arrow, like a stone arrow or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So those were my guesses for the biomes. I know they probably aren't very likely. These are just kind of my hopes slash predictions for Minecon Live. Especially the lasso thing. I think that's just maybe like my Western love coming in. I did watch Disney's Home on the Range earlier today. So yeah, that might be where that's coming from. But anyway, so yeah, that's my predictions for Minecon Live. We'll just have to wait until next week, Monday or Tuesday, if not Monday, to see what's actually going to be added in these biomes, and then we can next Saturday, a week from Saturday, will be Minecon Live, and then we can vote for whatever we want. And remember that the biome chooser from last year is also still. They are still planning on adding those biomes in the future, so we could see a desert or savanna update with 115. So anyway.